What's up, everybody? Well, I got another FIREBAT mini PC gameplay for you guys today, and today we're gonna check out the Precinct. Now, originally I'm pretty sure this game was to be tested on the Allies, but unfortunately I was dumb and closed the damn comment tab that I had open. So, we'll never know. All I know is they wanted me to test the Precinct. I'm pretty sure it was the Allies, but I'm just gonna test it out on everything, since I can't prove for a fact what they wanted. That way, no matter what, they will get what they want. So, now, we're moving on to the FIREBAT here. And so far, it's run pretty decently, at least playable, like 30 FPS on the Steam Deck with Steam Deck settings, and it's cool. It's got Steam Deck settings, handheld settings, and then regular, like, high, medium, low kind of settings. Now, I've noticed when you do the handheld or the Steam Deck settings, it doesn't let you have a resolution tab. So, that's a little interesting, but that's fine. It probably picks whatever it thinks is best, and then I'm pretty sure it relies on FSR 3. But, hey, gotta do what you gotta do if you want to play. So I'm glad they at least give you those options. They might not look the prettiest, but hey, at least they're there. So why don't we go ahead, stop blabbing, hop on into the game, and let's see what this one can do. Alright, since this thing basically is almost like a handheld shoved into a little mini PC, I figured we might as well do the handheld settings too. Again, I don't know if we're actually doing the settings correctly since I come in here and turn the FPS cap off. If you just do the handheld settings, it locks it to 30 FPS. Same thing if you're on a Steam Deck and use Steam Deck settings. It locks it to 30 FPS as well. But, in any case, with that out of the way, let's go get ourselves some gameplay. Well, alright, I usually don't come in during these parts anymore, but I just figured I'd come in and say, I think I know what was going on here. I think it was defaulting to 4K resolution. So it's sitting here trying to do 4K. And it's like, no, this thing's definitely not a 4K machine. So I think that's why we were getting such low FPS here. So if I would have changed the desktop resolution to 1080p, I think we would have been fine for this setting. But this is terrible. Let's move on. So, we're just going to do what we did on the handhelds and now do 1080p high, medium, and low. Although, as I've discussed in those videos, I don't really think that top screen does anything once you get out of the Steam Deck and handheld modes. Because I changed it from high, medium, low, all that stuff on my G50 Advantage, and it didn't do a thing for visuals or FPS. Not until I started putting FSR onto balanced and quality and all that stuff. But anyway, we'll still get some gameplay.
We are observing an individual illegally dumping trash.
10-4. Suspect vehicle identified on Stadium approach. Adam, we have backup in your vicinity. What do you need? Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick North Bay. Suspect vehicle was last seen in Chinatown.
Focus!
Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick North Bay.
Get tighter to the suspect!
Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick East.
We've got a chase! It's a flame out!
Copy.
Chase him! Arrest him!
You have the right to remain silent. Don't make it worse for yourself. Central, requesting a 1029 subject.
Affirmative, stand by. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
What have we got here?
So now for 900p resolution. The other setting doesn't really matter much, but I'm still going to show the graphics screen. And it says at the top medium, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. It doesn't change any of these other settings in here. You would think that it would start messing with stuff. But then I thought, okay, well maybe it's just a, you know, generic, oh, here's texture quality or all of that stuff in one. Who knows? But I don't think so.
We are reporting a speeding vehicle at our coordinates.
Acknowledged.
You're too far away.
Suspect vehicle was last seen in Springwood. Assistance is available. Suspect vehicle identified in Mercer Heights.
Confirmed. Spike strip deployed. Suspect is rolling on flats. They ain't stopping.
Hook 'em and book 'em, kid.
You have the right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Okay, they're sober.
Now for 720p, and this is definitely the most playable resolution by far. It still can't get a constant 60 by any means, but at some spots it gets close. But when you start driving around really fast, that's when it starts dropping down into 40s and whatnot, and low 50s. But still completely playable, especially on a system like this. Because, I mean, if you're going to be on a system like this, you already know you're not going to be getting the highest graphical quality. but it's still nice that it can play games. It's just not going to play them superly nicely or super high FPS-y. Anyway, it's time to get back to the game.
Central, we got a trash tosser.
Affirmative.
Control, check this one for priors.
Checking database for records. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Stop there. You're out of options, dirtwad.
Swap to another.
Hold your fire!
HQ, this is Kelly. I need a plate check.
Affirmative, stand by.
Taking fire!
All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Got a narcotics transaction in progress.
Copy.
Shots fired! One less bad guy. Central, get the cell ready.
Can I have a unit to respond to Snatch Fast on Bayside Strip?
On our way, dispatch. They're trying to get away.
Chaser! Book
You
'em,
have the right to
Dano.
remain silent. Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Received. Checking now. Search returned with an active warrant.
Good catch. Just relax, will ya?
Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Affirmative, stand by. 84, no infractions on record.
Central, requesting a 1028.
Checking database for records. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
HQ, this is Kelly. I need a plate check.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Dispatch, I need a vehicle registration check.
Affirmative. Stand by. 84. No infractions on record.
Control 84 requesting a plate run.
Received. Checking now. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Central, requesting a 1028.
Checking database for records. Records indicate prior criminal activity.
Positive plate check. Let's bring him in.
Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. Search returned with an active warrant.
You have the right to remain silent.
Quit struggling.
So now let's get some camera recorder gameplay.
Sunnyside.
Jesus, look out. Visual on 1030 situation underway.
80.
Central, shots fired. Possible gang shootout.
Copy that.
You have the right to remain silent.
Central, they got away. Shots fired. I have visual on a 1030 situation underway.
84 received.
Oh, she's shooting. Don't shoot. Hook 'em and book 'em, kid.
You have the right to remain silent.
Looks like we lost them.
Central, requesting a 1029 on the subject.
Checking database for records. 84, individual is a known felon.
Well, looky here. We've got a fatality here.
Multiple reports of a 1039 vandalism in Sunnyside.
Let's go get him.
Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Affirmative, stand by. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Alright, what else do you got? Anything bad? Alright.
Check your fire!
Yeah, that was all glitched out. I probably should have arrested him. I thought for vandalism you don't arrest him, you just give him a ticket. But if the game's gonna sit there and constantly tell me to do that, we might as well shoot him in the face. And everything's good. Oh, no, we're supposed to do on foot. Okay. I gotcha. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna have to check
Control,
some ID.
Check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. 84, no infractions on
Alright, well,
record.
what do you got on? You got anything illegal I should know about? Alright, nope, you're all good. You're free to go.
Central, requesting a 1029 on the subject.
Checking database for records. Search returned with an active warrant.
You have the right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Received. Checking now. 84, individual is a known felon.
You have the right to remain silent.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need to
Control,
see some
check
ID.
this one for priors.
Checking database for records. All clear on that search. No criminal
Alright,
history.
what kind of illegal stuff you got on you? Alright, I guess you're good for now. Continue, citizen. Ooh, this person here. They definitely look like they're
Patrol
up to
in
no
the
good.
vicinity. Attend a street mugging in Sunnyside. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
You're lucky.
Central, we'll take that.
Well, that sounded like a pretty big boom.
You have the right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Checking database for records. 84, no infractions on record.
Ah, contraband. Good catch.
Alright. So, you had counterfeit goods, an illegal weapon. And then you were mugging. Alright, you didn't flee though. You weren't in a vehicle.
Ah, quitting time.
Four units on their way.
Street fight currently underway.
Roger that.
You have the right to remain silent. Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Shift's over. Yabba dabba do.
Yeah, that's why you're going in here. Because you run the streets. And I think that is a good spot for us to stop. So why don't we go wrap the video on up? Alright guys, that's a wrap for the Precinct on the FIREBAT Mini PC. And I think during the first thing there, during the handheld mode, it was probably in 4K since you can't control what it does. I should have remembered to turn the desktop resolution down to 1080p before I got into the game at all. But of course I remember these things when I'm like standing here doing the outro. But regardless, that one would probably be the best one to use, just at a realistic resolution, not at 4K with something like this. So. But other than that, 720p low worked pretty well too. Looked like absolute garbage on a screen like this, but still got us pretty decent FPS at least. And sometimes you gotta make your game look like garbage if you want good frame rates on a system like this. That's just the way it goes with these systems. They're not powerhouses. But in any case though, that's all I got for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out guys.